Hey everyone, I'm Nick, and welcome to another episode of Software Development with C++. So in this episode of the series, we're going to be talking about the basics of CMake. So in the past few videos, we've been looking at how we can build our projects using GNU Make and Makefiles. Now another great tool that we have inside of our toolbox for building our programs is of course CMake. So if we take a look at the right hand side of the screen, I have the main page for CMake up at CMake.org. And we see that CMake is an open source cross-platform family of tools designed to build, test, and package software. And that CMake is used to control the software compilation process using simple platform and compiler independent configuration files. And of course, generate native make files, right? So they're going to generate our make files for us. So what we're going to be looking at today is kind of the basics of how we can use CMake to build some simple executables. In the next few videos, we'll be looking at a number of the different options and configuration, different ways we can configure CMake. So another thing I'd like to point out is that this CMake.org also has a pretty nice tutorial on it if you're just getting started with CMake. So I'll make sure to link things like this below the video. But let's go ahead and get started with our examples for today. So we have two. So let's go ahead and go to our first example here, the 0 CMake. And what we want to build here, just like we did with our GNU Make intro example, we want to build a simple executable like this hello world program. So if we go ahead and open this up, we see it's just a simple main function where we print out hello world using stdcout from IOStream here. Okay. Now, the way that we configure CMake is through these CMakeLists.txt or .txt files, right? This is where we're going to put all of our calls and all of our kind of configuration options. So let's go ahead and open up this for this simple project here. So we'll open up this CMakeLists.txt. And what we see is kind of three calls to functions here, or three configuration options. So the first one that we have required here is a CMake minimum required. This is how we set the minimum required version of CMake to build this project, right? This ensures that we have compatibility across different systems, right? We need at least some version of CMake in order to compile our programs here. So here I'm just setting the version equal to the local version on my machine here. Next, we can go ahead and set up a project name. So here I'm just calling our project hello for this hello world example. And we can also set a project version if you want to in the same call here. And then finally, we have our add executable. So this is where we can add kind of the target that we want to build here. So here we're saying we want to add this executable hello world that we want to build from hello world.cpp, right? So all pretty simple here. So let's see how we can go ahead and build our executable using this CMakeLists.txt file. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build or create a build directory, right? Where we're going to build our project in. So here I'll just do make dir and then build, and we'll go into that directory. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell CMake to go ahead and generate our make file for us. So we'll go ahead and just do CMake // right? That main directory where that CMakeList.txt file is. And what we can see is that CMake does a couple different things, right? It kind of scans our machine and sees what's available to it, right? What is our C compiler? What is our C++ compiler? And depending on anything else we're using, maybe things like what version of pthreads are we using, or can we even find our pthreads library, and so on and so forth here. Okay, so we can see that it's put these build files right in this directory, right? This 0 CMake build, right? What we just went into. And you can see we now have a make file in this directory that was generated for us, right? So this was generated by CMake, right? And you can see inside of here, CMake does a number of different things for configuration here. But at the end of the day, what it's done, right, is it's generated a make file for us to build our hello world program. Okay, now what we can also do to build our application here is we can just run CMake -- build, right, and specify the our build directory, which is just our current directory in this case. So we'll just do CMake -- build with our current directory, and you can see that it builds our program here. So at first, builds this hello world, .o here, right, this object code before linking and creating our C++ executable here, and it tells us that it built our target hello world. And we can see in this same directory, we have our hello world program, right? Which we can go ahead and run. We can see that we get the correct result here. It successfully built hello world. Okay, so that's a little bit in the basics of how we can use CMake here to configure and build our project. Let's look at a couple more configuration options in our next example here. So we'll go ahead and head on out of here, right, and go to our second example. So we're still going to be building the same program here, this hello world.cpp, but now we want to go ahead and change some of the configuration options. So let's go ahead and go into our CMakeLists.txt and see what's changed. So we still have the same kind of overall setup here. We set our minimum required version, we give our project a name here, and we say the executable that we want to build. But now we're adding some C++ specific options here. So for example, what we can do is we can set the standard that we want to build with, the C++ standard. And we can do that with a couple special CMake variables. So we can say we want to set the CMake CXX standard to C++ 20 here. So we just put 20. And then we can also say that this standard is required here by doing set CMake CXX standard required and set that to true, right? So this is just saying that in order to build our application, we need to be using the C++ standard. We need to have a compiler that supports a C++ 20 standard. The next thing we're going to do is add some compilation flags, right, to our executable here, or to generating our executable. And we can do that through another CMake flag, which is the CMake CXX flags, right? These are going to be passed whenever we're generating things like our executables here. So here we're saying set CMake CXX flags equal to this string of flags here. So things like WAll for all warnings, WError to treat warnings as errors, things like O2 optimizations, and optimizing for our native architecture, or using our native architecture instructions here. So this mart equals native. And then finally, like we said, we have our add executable, just like before. So let's go ahead and go through the same process of building our executable here. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll make a build directory here. We'll go into our build directory, and then we'll go ahead and run CMake, right, where that CMakeLists.txt file is. So we'll go ahead and do that. You can see it configures everything. It creates our build directory here. If we go ahead and kind of dig through some of our files in here, so if we go into this, say, CMake files and go into this hello world here, and we go into this flags.make, you can see that inside of these CXX flags, right, what it said, set this to is WAll, WError, O2, mart equals native. And because we specified we wanted C++ 20 and that it was required, it's even setting the standard to, GNU++ 20 here, right? So it's setting all of those things for us, right? Because we asked for them. Okay. So let's go ahead and build our program again. So we can do that CMake -- build with our current directory. And you can see it builds our application, which we can of course run, and it successfully, prints out hello world. Okay, so that's a bit of the basics of how we can build, simple executables with CMake and how we can write simple CMakeLists.txt files. Of course, in the next few videos, we'll be looking at some more complex uses of CMake, how we can build things like libraries, adding dependencies between things, and so on and so forth. Now, like I said, I'll make sure to link things like this tutorial below the video and this main documentation. And as always, you can find this or any of my other examples at github.com/coffeebeforearch. But that's going to go ahead and do it for today. As always, I'm Nick, and I hope you have a nice day.